The storyline of the film is about a girl in the spring of 1989, just a few months before the fall of communism and the Ceausescu regime in Romania, who sees her sister going out to the garbage, sent by the parents, and that's the moment after which that sister disappears forever from her life. And the film follows that the aftermath of this disappearance, and tries to show or to understand how this little girl can continue to go on living after that moment. She's like recomposing the new world in which she has to live in. A lot, I would say, but I don't think it's there are things in the script that were based on the memories, like the way they play the games they play, the way they talked, but I think the most important thing that I kept in the film from my memories is actually more like something that has to do with the way I felt back then. It has to do more with the color of the light, the sun, the way it looked, the green in the grass everywhere, and especially the quietness of the world. It was a world lived, a very quiet world, but a kind of quietness that you don't have today. It's not the kind of good quietness you go to a cabin in the middle of the mountain. You say, "Oh, I'm hearing nature and leaves," and it was a kind of quietness that had something very frightening in it, like bubbling under the surface, beneath the surface. I think the film still retains a lot from the way I felt about things when I was a child. It was pretty difficult to find a suitable location. The thing that gave me the biggest headaches was the playground where the children play and the blocks of flats around it, because I had a very specific image of the place I used to play, and there was like this almost like a square filled with blocks on the sides and nothing in between. And that kind of space doesn't exist anymore in Romania, because Romania, after the revolution, built very chaotically and tried to fill like every little space with something. The interior sets, I was very lucky. I worked with a great art director, Ana Maria Tsecu. Then we talked a lot. We're very close as ages, and we talked a lot about common memories, and she showed me a lot of things she was discovering in terms of how the rooms were looking, how the furniture was looking. So that was very collaborative, but it wasn't so hard as the exteriors. The exteriors were a little bit tough, and the rest we just did. And I was also lucky with a great costume designer, which recreated the era from the way as an all, like I can say, I was very lucky with a great team that helped me a lot to reconstruct that era. It's not just me; it's all of us. I think that's a question that you can also ask to the producers, because it has this huge part, which is not my part as a director, about money, cash rebates, and whatever else, how they can build up the budget to a film. For me, creatively as a director, what I try to do is, on one hand, to work with a part of the team that I worked with on my debut, To the North, because I kind of knew them, and we shared common sensibilities, and we knew how to communicate with each other, what we can get from another. And from the other side, the new people, Denmark, for example, is the first time I'm working with them, and they were amazing. I mean, creatively, they bring things that I cannot obtain from Romania. In this case, it was like a few VFX shots, and we had a consulting editor from there. So creatively, it's always nice to co-produce. There are people from different cultures with different kind of sensibilities that come into your film, and you can talk and gain like a new perspective. But what I think is the most important thing in co-producing is actually more related to producers, to the need to build a budget in order to make a film. They brought the cameras, all the camera department, and they brought 4 amazing people. 3 I knew already. I worked with them from to the north. It was the focus pullers, because we had 2 focus pullers from this for this one, because we shot with 2 cameras simultaneously, and all the camera department came from Bulgaria. They're such nice people. Nice. It's a cool. It's a very good place to have a premiere. Let's be frank about it. Venice. It's a great festival, and but I don't think. The older I get, I try not to think a lot about myself. I try to think something about myself and the film, but I'm really proud that, for example, yesterday a large part of the team was here, and it was the first time that they actually saw the film, because I kept it like hidden from them. I told them also all the time. I kept telling them that you're going to see it in Venice at the premiere, and that's it. And that was my biggest emotion actually from yesterday. You know, like a huge part of the team watching the film together in Venice. It's nice. It's always nice.